What is up, guys? Hey, Jerry Green here again today. I want to share a cool little message with you today about, really it comes down to your thinking here. And what this is about is big money thinking. This is a subject that it's pretty funny to talk about on this, because I see a lot of people that talk about this and actually act like they really have what we call big money energy, but they don't. And I'm not going to, feed you some BS here, because, this is something that's real. It's something that is very real, and you have to deal with it. I have dealt with it personally myself. And you know what? And here's the thing too, guys. I deal with it still right now, because I'm always trying to think bigger. So think about that. And every one of you watching this, I don't care how much you're making, at some point in time, you're struggling with the big money energy. What I mean by this is so much of your results that you're looking at in regards to money in your life comes down to what type of energy you're bringing to that thinking. And I see this with, oh man, I've just seen it in every area. But a perfect example, you think about someone, and I'm not picking on any particular person. I see there's a lot of people that are addicted to what I call struggle. And they're addicted to struggle. And what happens is you see them and they're in the position where, let's say that they're constantly in a position where they're scrambling for every single dime. Okay, it's a constant thing. They're doing it all the time. They're constantly, and the thing is, this big money thinking, a lot of times, if they don't have it, and you might not believe me on this, but I'm telling you, if you really look at it, you'll see this in your life. You'll see a lot of people, a lot of times, that have these patterns. What happens is, they not only do they struggle in their thinking in this, but they're also addicted to the struggle bus in other areas, such as health-wise. And they're the ones that go to the doctor every single week. They're the ones that are constantly having issues all the time. So-and-so done this to me. Well, this person done this. I went to this store, and this store didn't give me this discount on things, and all this type of stuff. And it just grows and it blossoms, and it's like a blossom cancer, and that's what it does, guys. And I see this over and over again, and man, I used to live that stuff. And that used to be me for years. And you have to realize you have to break that cycle. And then one of the ways you break that cycle, you have to change this thinking. And how do you start changing that thinking? Is you have to start reading things. You have to start inputting, good positive videos. You have to start thinking differently. You have to push yourself. You have to create a new identity for yourself. And you say, well, I'm going to be myself. I get that. You're going to be you. But what I'm talking about is creating a new financial identity for yourself, a new big money thinking. It is okay for you to make a lot of money. Say that to yourself. It's okay for you to make money. It's okay for me to make a lot of money. You need to repeat that to yourself and say it to yourself over and over again. Because a lot of you are not doing that. What you're doing is, you're telling yourself that it's not okay to do that. You're telling yourself this crap of, money is the root of all evil. You're feeding all this stuff into your mind. And a lot of it's just maybe upbringing or something like that. So that big money thinking is trapped inside you, and it won't ever come out because it's all compressed by all the struggle bus and everything. So I want you to start changing that a little bit. And this is why a lot of people struggle in the sales side of things. So comparing this, let's take this right into the real estate sales side of things. Whether you're doing acquisitions or dispo, whatever you're doing in the business, you're a leasing agent, this directly affects the amount of income you're making. Directly affects that. You have to realize, first of all, that you have to raise your identity, that if you've never made more than $40,000, $50,000 a year, that it's okay for you to make $100,000 a year. You say, oh yeah, I want to make that, but in reality, what's happening on your subconscious side of things is you're pulling yourself back down on this. You don't have that big money energy. And I'm not saying that that's big money. I mean, it could be, maybe it might be big money for you, okay? But that big money number could be $1 million a year in personal revenue, whatever it is. The thing is it's easy for us to get comfortable with a certain number like that. And what happens is our mind works on us and says, that's your comfort level. You go above that, I'm going to freak out and I'm going to drag your ass back down to this level again. And you got to watch that, because that's not where the big money energy is. And you got to bring that to, so people that are in sales and they start really thinking big money energy, and I've seen this happen with people, even with my own team, somebody that's never made more than $50,000 a year, and then all of a sudden they pop a $20,000 a month. And it's like, wow, that's huge. Now the thing is, how do you rewire your mind to make that to be your new identity versus $4,000 a month or $3,000 a month? You have to work on, one, understanding that you deserve that. Number two, you have to be in the position where you actually identify yourself as that type of person now, right now, and don't look at it as something that can never be reached. So you have to identify yourself as that person. And when you start doing that, guys, the next thing you do is just take massive action on that. Massive action, and you don't stop on that. And what happens is that massive action will push you to that result, and when you get to that result and you do it often enough, you just rewired your brain to say, hey, it's okay for me to make the bigger money. Then you look at it and then now that becomes in the past where the lower level is no longer in your life, because now this is a new normal for you. And you just keep elevating over and over again, guys. I hope you get something of value out of this, because this big money energy is a huge deal. And a lot of you that have teams that are you bringing on, if your people don't have big money energy, they're never going to be that salesperson that's going to make 150, 200,000, 300,000 a year. They're not going to do that. So you have to be in the position where you give them every opportunity to build that big money energy and to continue to grow from that. I hope this helps, guys. And if you would, comment down below. And also, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you guys later. See ya.